I know this is past this arc, but when they said 4 months, right?
Right.
So what my audience was telling me was like, that is when year 2 of UA happens.
Mm.
So what is that going to mean for UA? Is UA still going to exist? And what if there's this apocalyptic thing where now the world is run by villains and
that'd be cool.
Not heroes.
I would love it.
And I think that'd be such a weird shift.
It'd
and
be
I'm
cool
like,
though,
whoa.
Yeah.
And that's how, Deku becomes the #1 hero. He has to step up his game. Because now they have,
change the tides and, shift things back.
Exactly. So now that this new army has been made, what does that mean for the heroes? Because now I feel like not only does the villains, because of this whole thing, have quantity, they have quality still.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Redestro can still use his quirk without his legs, but...
yeah, I mean, maybe.
I
would hope so.
It's not like Overhaul.
No. The weird thing to me is that, we're getting all this stuff was set up, and I love that idea that, it's one day going to be the villains, in charge of the world, and that, that's how Deku sort of rises to power, as he cuts through all the grime and the mess of everything and becomes the #1 hero. But to me, the really interesting thing, especially considering Hawks and, his role in all of this, is, if Endeavor still remains the #1 hero, right? If it's sort of this, internal struggle for him where then he finds out that the world is now run by villains, basically, does he remain, the #1, hero as a figurehead of the old world? Yeah. Or does he go out,
Yeah, because I feel like
in a blaze of glory, for lack of a better term.
If the villains take over, I feel like there's no more 10 heroes.
See, I kind of feel like they'd want to keep the powers in balance and have some type of hero ranking.
Kind of like One Piece, or
exactly, where there's a balance of power. And I do wonder if there is this struggle, because now Endeavor is not a shitty guy anymore, right? Endeavor's
he's
a lot nicer.
Yeah, he's a lot nicer.
So what would that be like to then have him finally become a good guy when everybody around him is now bad? And he's the one who's the only good person, and him having to always struggle to do the right decision, I think it'd be just a fascinating arc for him.
Yeah, and now that he has Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki.
So this is what I really wanted to talk about today. Okay. Because I think we've gone into the arc itself.
No, I'm sure we could actually talk about it either way, because it's still connected.
Dude, this next story arc
is gonna be big.
I truly feel this has the potential to overshadow Overhaul.
Oh, me too.
Because the last time we had this internship work study thing was Overhaul.
That's what I said.
And going into that, right, we had the first time they were working under other heroes and we're seeing these other characters, but now a lot of stuff is in play, right? All Might doesn't exist in this world anymore. Right. Really, there's the #1 hero is Endeavor.
Right.
You got Hawks, who's a double triple agent working among everybody trying to figure out, who's working for who. You've got Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki in the same work-study program, and there's no doubt in my mind that Shinso and some of those other Class B, especially Shinso's now that he's going to be one of the main hero kid, no doubt he's going to be working under somebody.
Yeah.
We're probably going to see people from the other academy that we haven't seen in a long time, from Shiketsu and stuff, the
That's what I said in my review. That's what I said in my review.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, that's what I said,
Every single character we've seen to this point, the other schools,
everyone's
their
coming.
work study, they're all coming in. I think we're going to see everybody again.
Because there's this big shift now.
Yeah. So I think this is the potential for characters like Kami and Windboy and all these other characters to finally come and play, for Shinso to really have his big hero moment, right? I think Shinso could have a role in this upcoming story arc similar to Kirishima's in, where Kirishima had his big Red Riot moment,
I think a lot of people are also really excited is because now the 3 main boys are here. They're together and they're going to fight together.
Exactly. So there's going to just be
and especially since there's an emphasis 4 months.
Yeah.
So if anything, if nothing happens within those 4 months, I think what's going to happen is they're going to go straight in and attack already.
I think so too.
They're going to invade immediately.
Yeah.
Because I think who else was it? It was Endeavor, and Hawks was telling someone else. The person that
Dabi from the other side.
No, there was another person that he was trying to give the information to besides Endeavor.
Well, he meets with Genus, but it's not confirmed that he gave the information to him.
He said
it just seems like
he said this person caught on pretty quick, but Endeavor will probably catch on pretty slow. It was a police person, right?
Oh no, it wasn't. Wasn't it Bakugo? Didn't Bakugo notice something weird about him?
I don't know.
We have to go back and review.
Yeah, we have to go back. But then I'm like, they're gonna get the okay to just invade.
Yeah.
And now that Bakugo, Todoroki, and Deku are together, it's gonna be crazy.
And that's one of the recent things too. Even in the Christmas chapter, when we got that little one-off of all them celebrating Christmas, and then we got that conversation between Deku and All Might and Bakugo. We are now in a situation where Bakugo knows. Right?
That's
Bakugo he knew during the Overhaul stuff, obviously, because that's where Season 3 ended, he knew but it wasn't really like part of the story at that point, right?
Yeah.
Bakugo wasn't super involved in Overhaul in the same way that like Deku and Kirishima and stuff was.
Yeah.
So seeing them in the same area, knowing the secrets of All Might, knowing everything that's going on behind the scenes, and knowing like really the other things they have to fight for. It's not just for, you know, the future of the heroes or the villains or whatever, but carrying on All Might's will and all this other stuff. Like what he'll be willing to sacrifice in a situation while working alongside Deku.
Yeah.
Knowing now that it's not just like a rivalry thing, that Deku's meant for greater things.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's going to be...
And
I'm getting chill. I'm looking at my arms, dude.
And
I'm really
I think
chills talking about it.
Todoroki's going to have to find out.
Oh, for sure. Todoroki's going to be the next one.
He's going to be the next one to find out.
He has to be.
He has
to be.
Yeah, because
he's going to be like, what? All Might? What? See, that's the other thing, too, is I want to know more about Tokiyami. And it's also at a point, too, where they've really dragged on the traitor thing now. To the point where it's like, it's not even fun to really speculate anymore. I think for a long time, when we first found out about the traitor thing back in like season 2 of the anime, right?
Right.
It was the kind of thing where it was like, who's the traitor? Who can it possibly be? And now we've exhausted like every theory, right? It's Kaminari, it's Invisible Girl, it's Vladkin,
and
it's whatever.
Eventually at the point where it's like, it's none of them. Who is it?
Like, if it's none of them, then who is this person, right? Who is this person that's been ratting out everybody? And at this point, if it's nobody that we've thought of, like, is it just going to be some random character that gets revealed and then, like, all of a sudden, heel turret on the villain?
Yeah.
Or if it's a student that then gets revealed during this whole thing happening. Like, if it is Kaminari, it is Invisible Girl or something.
Yeah.
That, like, all of a sudden they have sort of the shift during this fight. If everyone's truly coming together. Because, again, Overhaul, everybody was not together.
Yeah.
Not everybody was there.
Yeah, it was just
So,
Deku.
if everybody's there...
Hiroshima, yup.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I was kind of upset because I was hoping like Tokoyami's gonna show face.
He has to with Hawks.
But then they did confirm. Hawks confirmed that.
Yep.
Tokoyami's not part of the internship right now with him.
Right,
so he's with someone else.
He's somebody else. Yeah.
So I'm wondering where Tokoyami is right now.
I'm curious. Who do you think is going to be interning for who? Like this might get revealed by the time you upload this video, but
I have no idea. No,
yeah.
I mean it might go up soon, but I think. I don't know, because no one hinted to anything.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like everyone went back to the same person.
Mm-hmm. I could see that.
Besides, Deku, Todoroki. No, Deku, Bakugo. Because Bakugo never interned yet.
Nope.
And then, of course, Tokoyami can go with Hawks right now.
Yeah.
So that's the only... I feel like everyone else went with the person that they would usually go with.
Yeah. I'm gonna say something semi-controversial.
Okay.
That maybe not a lot of people are going to like or agree with.
Uh-huh.
But I think... a lot of people got mad about the Endeavor thing. A lot of people were really mad that he gave Endeavor sort of like a redemption.
Yeah.
A lot of people got really mad at Horikoshi about it, Yeah. And to me, there's one other character that we both liked, like really liked in the beginning, and now we're kind of like, all right, enough of your stuff. And that's Mineta. Mineta is like the one student, truly, that I feel like he needs redemption. He needs to prove he's in this class. Yeah. Especially like being set up as one of like the main students very early on, and like he's playable even in the new My Hero One's Justice game. Like they're doing a lot of Mineta stuff recently, and it is the kind of thing where it's like, okay, when's this kid actually going to show what he can do? Beyond like the boobs will have to wait, and like that's a great moment.
That was a great moment, but that's all he had.
But that's it really, and I think throughout this work study, that's one character that I could see having sort of like a Kirishima type moment.
I would like that.
And I would like that. And I think it needs to be in a way that is not pervy, and it's like it redeems him in a way where it's finally like, all right, Mineta, you can get away with all this because for like literally the past couple months, it's just been like, dude, now you're hitting on Eri, like this is not enough.
Though he's
like, hey, come back when you're 18, kid. It's like, all right, Mineta, call.
I don't know if you caught it though, but there was a moment where I just cracked up because it was during the Christmas whole thing.
Okay, yeah.
And did you see his gift?
What was his gift?
A picture of Oyama.
Oh yeah! Oh, I did see that.
And he was just standing.
And he was looking at it like, really? I did see that.
That made me laugh. But other than that,
funny.
Mineta really hasn't been able to do it.
No, and I think Mineta is one of those characters that really does need a good redemption and needs a power boost and needs like a lot of stuff.
Yeah, of the main cast. I think Mineta needs one, and Mina.
Mina for sure. Especially being involved in Hiroshima's backstory the way that she was.
Yeah, I thought she would have like a major impact in the most recent.
I think we need a Kaminari one just so people can shut up about him being the traitor.
100%.
We need a Kaminari
especially since he's one of Bakugo's boys.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean also the new My Hero movie is coming up. I don't know if it's... Do you know if it's canon or not?
No, it's not.
It's not canon?
The first one wasn't, was it?
It was canon.
It was partially canon.
It was partially canon.
Yeah, it was the beginning portion was canon. Like the little,
But then I don't think the fight was.
No.
Yeah. It was a good moment, though.
Right, it was a good moment.
Yeah, but...
And then the one, like, we talked about this earlier, but the obvious one to me, like, I would put money on this. This character is going to have a Kirishima-type standout moment in this next arc is Shinso.
Shinso?
Yeah. I really, truly...
I was hoping it'd be Tokoyami, if anything.
I would like it to be Tokoyami, but I think because of all that setup that we just had with Shinso, like, finally going to join the hero classes and, like, working his way up there, I think...
Did they announce what class he's in yet? No, not yet.
I don't think that's been announced yet, but he's going to have to do work study, right? He has to.
I think he's going to be an A.
He feels like he should be, to be honest.
I think he's going to be
like
in
one of the main characters now. He kind of should be. But, to me, well, or he could be in Class B and be like a Deku Bakugo for that class, because they need more of that.
That's true, they do.
Though I do love Manga Kid. I wish Manga Kid would get a good chance. Manga Kid, but
he's the best one.
He's great. But Onomatopoeia Boy, or whatever he's called, I like him. But the reason I really do strongly feel Shinso, too, is because of that moment with Deku's other quirks. During that arc, where, you know, Shinso is one of the ones to calm him down, he's going to have to be available for this fight, especially if Deku somehow unlocks another quirk throughout all this, or finally controls Black Whip. Like, Shinso, I feel, will be an integral part of that, and will need to be present throughout the major, you know, fight of whatever
I
this next
definitely agree. Because right now, the reason why I say this next arc is probably going to be really, really big.
I think it's going to be long,
Even though this whole My Villain Academia arc was pretty big.
Yeah.
That was a build-up arc and a development arc.
This.
And same thing with the arc before that.
Yep.
That was a development arc of Class B.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So everything's been development. Now it looks like something big's going to happen.
Exactly.
Someone's going to die, and I think it's Hawks.
I agree. I think it's Hawks.
I think it's Hawks.
I could see it also being Endeavor, but I
hope it's not Endeavor, because I'm starting to
Hawks.
kind of like him.
Yeah.
So even after his redemption arc, I liked him, but then I was like, he's okay, though. Like, I don't hate him anymore.
Or, I mean... The other thing, too, is I could maybe see them killing a student.
That'd be wild.
And seeing the repercussions of, like, what that means for the school. Because it's been in the past, like, no student has died, right?
You're right.
It's not, and in the past, you know, the school has time and time again been getting this backlash from the media of them being like, you can't even protect these kids on a school camping trip. Meanwhile, like, why should we trust our kids to you?
Right.
Why are you the #1 hero academy? If a child dies, like, that's the next level. There's no, and that could be the catalyst to then finally have, like, these organizations that Shigaraki's behind be like, see, this is what the heroes have done for you. This is what they're good for. We can keep your children safe. We can protect you. We can do all this stuff.
Because they don't have the villain name anymore.
No, they don't have the villain
name.
It's
like Meda Liberation.
They've been validated. They're
the
like
Liberation
now.
Front.
Exactly.
That's what it's called.
Exactly. And because the people, like, the way that story was played out, it's like the heroes of the Liberation Army, right? People were like, they tried their best to defend their city. And so to me... That's all lead up for exactly that moment where it's like something really bad happens and the heroes are then to blame, and that gives the villains their chance to finally be like, we're official now. We're part of this new Liberation Front. We'll take care of you.
And that's been foretold because of the whole Stain arc previously.
Exactly. And it's so, like you said, it's all development leading up to this point. And so, I feel like it's going to be amazing. Yeah, this is going to be a huge shift.
It's going to be amazing.
I mean, it has to be on the level of... The overhaul moment, like
I think it's gonna be bigger than overhaul.
The introduction with the quirk bullets, or like All Might being taken out of the picture. I mean, it's something to that level.
Yeah,
so.
I wonder how this is gonna play out though. Especially, no, I think it's gonna play out pretty well in the anime as well.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna play out pretty well because
the Liberation stuff is gonna be sick. In the anime.
it's gonna be animated so well.
Good,
Studio Bones is gonna.
I'm worried about the 1A, 1B fight arc in the anime. I think that could go on a little too long. But the thing that gives me hope for that is I did not like the Gang Orca stuff with like Kami and Gang Orca and all that when they were first introduced and Shiketsu and everything.
Oh, yeah.
I did not like that in the manga to the point where I dropped doing weekly reactions.
Yeah.
And then I watched the anime and was like, this is really good. Like they fleshed out a lot of stuff. And the pacing was a lot better.
If anything, they'll like shorten it out. Because I think if anything, they would make the class fight just one episode, if anything. Or no, like each fight one episode.
Oh, I was
because like it wasn't like the
class fight.
Wasn't each fight like 2 episodes? I mean,
each
2
fight
chapters.
was like 4 chapters.
4 chapters, yeah. So if anything, they'll flesh it out to one.
But
episode.
Even then, some of those are gonna have to be 2. Like I can't imagine them doing the Tetsu versus.
Oh no, that one's gonna
Swamp
be 2.
One and like
that's gonna be 2.
Yeah.
And I think Deku's is gonna be 2 as
It's
well.
gotta be. Yeah.
It has to be 2.
Yeah.
But even I think Deku's moment was probably Bakugo's moment was my favorite for sure. He just went and destroyed everybody. Yeah. So that's why I even think this one, because now I'm sure he's a lot stronger.
Yeah.
Because months pass.
Yeah.
Since then, so now we're going to see like this evolution of these students. We even see them when they're fighting, that they're pretty not close to Endeavor, but they're trying to catch up to him.
Yeah.
And now that they're working under the number one hero, it's gonna definitely boost them up a lot.
It's gonna be so good.
And it's gonna boost their popularity.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I do wonder like what heroes are going to be like popular in the public eye now, because it is still funny. You got to remember, like, these kids, especially 1A, they're still popular like in the outside world because of stuff like the sports festival or their involvement in these other big events. So I am wondering if like a character like Shinso or somebody from Class B or whatever sort of like rises in popularity, and then more people want to see more of them.
Yeah,
and, like,
just not off of like readers, but like in this actual
I mean an actual story.
Yeah.
I mean in terms of readers too. I want to see like who people are going to connect with.
Yeah.
But Genus is potentially dead. I don't know. They can't complain about, you know. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
Hawks is so insanely popular already, though, and he isn't even in the anime. It's like going to anime conventions and seeing multiple Hawks cosplays.
I've seen some Hawks
there's
cosplays.
So many,
it's
like
insane.
Hawks, dude, when Hawks is introduced in the anime, he's gonna blow up in popularity. I'm saying like top 3, easy.
Yeah, and I could already imagine what his voice actor is going to sound like, too.
Oh, yeah, he's going to sound sick. Because he's going to sound like a little ragamuffin, you know? He's going to be like this punk kid, you know, who grew up as this amazing hero.
Yeah.
But he's going to have this, like...
and he's still young.
Exactly. He's going to have this, like, tinge of sadness, I think, sort of behind his voice, too, with some of the stuff he has to end up doing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he's still young. I hear almost like a Prompto from Final Fantasy kind of voice.
Same.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
like
what
that kind of goofy, like, where he can be serious in moments and be really dramatic.
Yeah.
But, like, he's
goofy.
playing everything off as a joke. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
In fact, they should literally get Robbie Draymond or whatever his name is. They should get the guy who voiced Prompto to voice Hawks in the end.
That'd be really,
for the dub.
really good.
Yeah, it'd be really, really good. Yeah.
Or, you know, Tyler.
Yeah, or Tyler. Yeah, Tyler Arcade would be awesome. It'd be good. Tyler should, yeah, he should audition.
He should
audition.
Tyler do it.
That's right. That's right. Can't you see, Tyler? Can't you see?
Can't you see? All right,
Tyler should actually be the can't you see kid now that I'm thinking about it.
He just has that one line.
Can't you? Could you imagine? I can't even do a good Tyler impression, but I'm like smiling ear to ear. Could you imagine?
Can't you see?
Dude, yeah. Aloha trainers, can't you see? You're so good.
All right, I think that's good.
That's good. You got like I think you actually have 2 videos there. I think you'd split that up like a prediction video and a review video.
Probably.
I mean it seriously. You should.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. You guys already know RogersBase.
Maybe. If you don't, follow me at RogersBase on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch, and on Instagram. I do live streams every Tuesday and Saturday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. No, on Twitch. And then I do live streams on YouTube as well every Sunday alongside
He's
the official
Nintendo
release
guy
of One Piece. And I do a lot of Nintendo stuff. I've been streaming a lot of Nintendo stuff. I'm doing a Pokemon Let's Play later this year. I'm the #1 PokeTuber. I'm going to take your title from you.
Take my title.
That's it.
I don't think he's going to take my title.
Score Bunny Boys all day.
Nah. You can't beat the king.